Hello YouTube, it's your friendly Grumpeteer, and I'm back in with a Steven Universe vlog. This episode is House Guest, and in this episode, it's following the events of the last episode. Greg's leg is still broken, so is his car, so he has nowhere to live, so he has to go live with the Gems. Which, you know, Garnet and Amethyst and Pearl aren't too pleased about, especially Pearl, but he goes anyway, and he's you know, he has fun with Steven, but then they have to go on a mission, and Greg's, you know, worried he won't, like, he's gonna hurt his leg or something. So Garnet gives him like this little whistle thing that'll like call them back on the transporting station if they need help. So when they get to the place, it's this giant like black orb, which looks so cool. It's like done with like the watercolor styles that they usually do, but like darker tones, and then like streaks of red occasionally. It looks pretty cool. You have to see the episode to see. And so he keeps calling back Steven for, like, you know, silly reasons. And Steven's like, Dad, you gotta stop doing this. Because back at the mission they're on, there's this giant black circle thing, and there's a little crack in it. And Steven has to use his healing, you know, spit to heal it. But beforehand in the episode, the reason that Greg is still living with him is because Steven's healing powers didn't work on his leg, which is why it's still broken, and, you know, why it's still working on him. So Steven's trying really hard to, you know, heal the thing, and Greg keeps calling him back. So eventually, he calls Greg back, and he goes to the Big Donut, and he comes back to see Greg, and his leg's all better. And Steven's like, oh no, what happened? You know, one of those big dilemmas. And, of course, Greg just wanted to spend more time with Steven. But, you know, he had a job to do, and I guess it's understandable. Yeah, a little sick. What happened? Oh yeah, and so then they both warp together back to the giant black hole circle thing, and they use duct tape to tape it up, which works all the time. Anybody in DI knows that. And the episode ends with Greg getting his car fixed, and whoop-de-doo. So, yeah, if you can tell from the description, it's pretty, you know, it's a sweet episode, of course, but it's pretty generic for most shows. They kind of, like, they have a father-son thing, they kind of, you know, do that kind of thing. But it was nice. Like, the end is a nice scene, when Steven's, like, laying down, he's like, good night, Dad. And then, like, from outside his window, Greg's van is parked in front of the, temple, and he's like, good night, son. That was good. And here's a little interesting detail. When Greg gives Steven the duct tape, and then you see it on Steven's bureau, you see it on Steven's, like, what are these called? Not bureau. When you see it on Steven's drawers, look at the drawer underneath his, and there's a Sailor Moon comic. I'm not kidding. It's not like, you know, like a parody of it or anything. It's literally just Sabrina's face. And so that was that little detail that stuck out to me, and I don't really even watch Sailor Moon. So, it wasn't a bad episode. There just isn't a lot to talk about, I guess, in terms of, like, the story and stuff. It had nice backgrounds, but kind of known for Steven Universe. So, short vlog, I guess, but thanks for watching. Tickle that subscribe button with your face, nose, and give it a thumbs up.